This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. First, I want to clarify, there are spoilers for the first 20 minutes of Spider-Man Miles Morales, but everything past that is not a spoiler and is more of a guess. It would be a spoiler if it's right, but I have no idea, because I have not played the game yet. In the first 20 minutes, it shows that Miles makes a mistake while a prison transfer is happening, and the Rhino is released, which Peter Parker helps him clean up the mess. I am using footage of this, but since I have not played the game yet, I am using footage from the official Marvel channel, which I will link in the description below since I like to cite sources I use, unless I'm getting it directly from the source of either the game, movie, show, or whatever. Since we know that Peter will actually be able to make an appearance in the game, and the fact that I was just watching Spider-Man Homecoming a few days ago, I came up with an interesting theory. This theory is that Miles will have a similar moment to the one that Peter Parker had while trying to stop the Vulture on the ferry in Spider-Man Homecoming, which in the movie Iron Man has to rescue him from. The way this would happen in the game is that I think that Miles would make a final mistake capturing the villain, who I'm pretty sure is the Tinkerer, but I might be wrong. There might be a plot twist or something, but since I haven't played the game yet, I don't know. And right before Miles is about to pay the consequences of his mistake, Peter will rescue him at the last minute. The main difference I think this game is going to have to Spider-Man Homecoming is that Peter isn't going to act like Tony Stark did. Peter will ask Miles and not demand him to sit out of the adventure, and he will finish up this and go after the Tinkerer. But the main difference is going to be that Peter will not be asking Miles to stop being Spider-Man. He'll actually could blame on himself. He'll say something along the lines of, I shouldn't have left you to defend New York on your own. You weren't ready yet, but you'll be ready one day soon when you have more experience. After this moment, you'll get to play as Peter for a few minutes, but it will only be that. You're not going to finish the game as Peter. Peter will be captured by the Tinkerer, and the final mission of the campaign will involve Miles rescuing Peter. I think this will actually be a great moment for the story, which will allow Miles to be able to become a better hero and give him a good inspiration and motive to win against the villain at the end of the game. I think there's a pretty good chance of this happening, especially playing as Peter. I feel like if it does happen, it'll be treated more like the times you played as Miles and MJ in the previous game on the PS4, but you won't be playing it in stealth mode. This section could actually be the reason that they decided to remaster the original game, since that game's only a few years old. The reason behind that would be since they didn't want to waste their time updating the animations of Peter Parker for a short mission in this game, and decided to just do it for everything in his game and update it for the PS5. If you get to play as him, it's likely that you'll only be locked to the advanced suit, and you'll have access to all of the gadgets from the previous game, but it's unlikely you'll get any suit powers or any of the other special upgrades. Although it'd be fun, I don't think you'll have access to playing as Peter after the game is finished, and you're only able to play for him as this one short section. Although it'd be fun to do that, I don't feel like it's likely, but if they do, they could set it up similar to Arkham City, where with the Catwoman DLC you could switch between her and Batman at different save points. That could be an interesting way to set up the Spider-Man 2 game for PS5, but I feel like it's really unlikely for this one, even if it does get DLC, which, as far as I know, has not been announced. I think the chances of this will become greater if we see early in the campaign if we could play as other characters that are friends of Miles, like there was in the Spider-Man game. But either way, there still is a chance of you being able to play Peter. There is a chance that I am right, but it's extremely likely that I am wrong. But either way, this was still a fun video to make, and I hope you enjoy the game when you get it. I've also tried to figure out how to stream the game from my PS4, so look out for that, but it may not happen if I can't figure it out. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories, and may the Force be with you.